Thursday, December 12th. This is the Bear With Us a Minute podcast. I'm here at HQ with the one and only
Dry bartender,
the main man,
the Sun God Rams.
Alright guys, let's get into the Week 13 recap. A little preamble. You were all there. You remember. The Bears left Ford Field with a loss to the Lions. A sad mismanaged loss, 20-23. Matt Eberflus was fired the day after, and on the same day, the Bears announced Thomas Brown to be the interim head coach. You can hear all that and more in last week's podcast. So Brown, he was charged with leading a 4-8 Bears against the 5-7 49ers. I got a little play-by-play. The 49ers got off to a hot start, racking up 2 TDs, courtesy of Jawan Jennings and Isaac Guerrero. It was like a 14-0 start. The Bears were just not connecting. Second quarter, one more for the Niners. Again, Jennings, he strikes again. The kick was good. Third quarter, Adunze had enough to catch a 40-yard pass from Williams, 6-24. Fourth quarter, Niners responded with a 4-yard kick, 6-31. It was terrible out there. Adunze steps up and he caught a 14-yard pass. Santos hit his mark and it was 13-31. And then with 5:15 on the clock remaining, Patrick Taylor Jordan runs in the last touchdown. The Bears lose 13-38. Guys, what the hell was that?
They got rolled through, just demolished. It was like a speeding train. It was wild.
No, I don't say. I would say it was worse than like a speeding train. I would say it was like slaughtering a full cow by yourself, and you miss the artery, and so it's like kind of flailing along, like slowly dying as it's losing blood, and it kind of like you're like, oh shit, it's kicking. It might hurt me, and it just it was. I didn't watch the whole thing. I stopped watching after a certain point. It was like the fourth quarter. It was like 17 minutes left, and I was like, you know what? I got better things to do.
I took a break, came back to it. I went to eat, and I'm going to eat.
I made a big sandwich.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to have something to eat. This is wild.
It sucked, man. It was like, and you know, you can listen back on other podcasts, like on Mr. Optimism for the season, kind of like throwaway, whatever, no big deal. But this one, like, stung. It was like...
It was bad. There was nothing you'd be like, oh, yeah, no.
Just to put into context, there was no touchdown scored today in the Rams and Niners game that just happened hours ago. 0 touchdowns. And, like, you scored how many on us? It was like... It's upsetting on so many levels. I don't know who to be mad at anymore. Ryan Poles, our new head coach, the players. I mean, I think the only one I'm not mad at is Caleb Williams. I think he's the only Bear right now that I'm like, all right, man, I like you. I like what you're doing. Don't get caught up in this bullshit.
I agree. Yeah. The kid goes out there and he just outperforms himself all the time, and the rest of the Bears team just doesn't match that energy.
He had a costly fumble, but, like, again, he's a rookie. And he's got more maturity at his, podium talks. Not all the time. He has lapses where he just kind of, like, he's still searching for those answers.
He has poise to him,
Yes. But, he's still searching for answers on a fucking 7-loss right now in a row. Like, they're on a streak. They started 4-2, and now they're one of the worst teams in the league. The craziest part, there are 10 worse teams than us. So looking at the draft order right now, we won't even be in the top 10. Like, as of right now, we're drafting like 12.
Shit.
So there are worse teams than us. Still, Jaguars being one of them.
We're still in playoff contention. Somehow.
There's like I think it's like a Hail Mary shot that we can get in. And here, again, I want to put the majority of my blame on the players. It was like, there was like no effort out there. It just felt like they, they were clamoring. And again, this is all hearsay. I wish there was a Hard Knocks on the second season of the Bears, like what happened after.
I wish, yeah,
Since then.
they should. They should do
amazing
something
idea.
like that. That'd be
You know,
great.
it was
If
like-
someone deserves it right now, it would be the Bears.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like all the drama. Like, did the players really not like Eberflus, or is this all like bullshit? Like, probably
Yeah,
they
there's
did
a lot of
because he like
bullshit.
made some dumb decisions. But like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just this is a train wreck. It's a disaster of a season. The only lone bright spot is Caleb Williams. This top 5 defense that everyone's been talking about, like just completely. Just they did not show up against a pretty beatable 49ers team. It's banged up on its own right. No Christian McCaffrey out for the whole year. Speaking of injuries for them, I don't know if you guys caught this game or whatever, but 2 of their linebackers got injured, and their third linebacker suited up, was on the sidelines. They're like, "Yo, go! You're next. You're up." Refused to play. Angering some of the
Wow.
other players in the locker room.
Wow.
Coach asked him to get in, and he said, "I don't feel like playing."
What?
Now, I don't know. Was he injured? Was like something going on? Did a loved one pass away recently, and they were just like not in the right mindset? Listen, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know the
That's
circumstances, but the coach said it was disappointing. So I don't know. That doesn't bode well for the player.
That was the way Antonio Brown quit, huh?
I think well, he went crazier. He started doing a little like walk up and down the sideline and shit, throwing his
Super
gloves out
gremlin.
in the air. That was the whole thing.
Gremlin.
But yeah, the player in question, Devondre Campbell, just was told like, "Hey man, we got some injuries to Dre Greenlaw and D Winters. We're gonna pull them out." And his response is just like, "I don't want to play today."
We should check up on that DeAndre Campbell.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I mean, how do you look? And by the way, they lost the
team is he
game.
on?
How do you go back into the locker room and look your teammates in
Who
the eye?
are they playing?
The Rams. It was Rams against San Francisco.
49ers.
The Niners, yeah. I just wanted to bring it up because we just lost to them. So
Yeah.
I'm saying like we lost to them, and it was
who was
like
it? What
12
was
to
his
6. or some
Devondre
shit.
Campbell?
DeAndre Campbell?
Yeah, he fucking apparently was asked on the sidelines to get in the game, and he said no.
Well,
I
he's
felt
not.
like the Bears did that without actually saying no. They all showed up and was like, "I don't want to play today," except Caleb Williams.
There's kind of a fucking attitude to them right now.
Like we lost by trying.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's like they toughed it out to get their coach. They clamored about it, and then they got him. They're like, "Now what? Do we get him fired?" You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. So Thomas Brown's the guy right now, but it looks like Ben Johnson's the guy that they've been talking to from Detroit, right?
They got a couple. No, I don't think they can talk to him yet.
Okay.
I think legally that would be like tampering or something. They have to ask permission to talk to him as long as he's employed. And then I believe it can't be done until he's free of all of his duties as a coach. That second part I think is more like a professional courtesy than it's an actual rule. I think once they go out of the regular season, you can talk to coaches.
Do you think they pull off the thing in the movies where they sit at like a different booth at a diner, and then they like talk back to back?
I mean, hey, look, stranger things have happened.
I wanna see your idea come to life. That Hard Knocks, like the last 3 weeks or like however many weeks.
It's too late now.
That'd be great.
But
NFL
I mean, you
get
don't
on
know.
that.
You don't know. Like, I didn't know The Last Dance was being filmed in like
The
'96.
Last Dance.
Yeah,
I see what
did
you're
you?
saying.
Did you know that was being filmed in '96? No.
Oh, I mean, it was,
Well,
yeah.
well,
it was
I mean, yeah, I knew stuff was
they were
being
filmed,
filmed, I guess,
they were one of the
but-
greatest teams of all time.
They're filming right now. The Bears, like this is a season to film. They did the Hard Knocks. What? How do you know they're not filming right now for this season?
You're right,
two?
yeah. It could be. Yeah.
It won't be called
It
Hard
would've been,
Knocks, maybe.
Yeah, they were.
But it's gonna be
The
a show.
real Hard Knocks.
No, it's gonna be like a
Harder Knocks.
yeah. It's gonna come out.
Sideline knocks. But yeah, man, what is that? Is like a trend on the NFL now? Like players just quit. Like there's no, you know what I mean? Like this guy did not want to go into the game. The Bears
He's out
seem
of
like
injury, so I don't know.
no. I'm telling you, he's fine. He was healthy. He played last week. He was healthy. Just was like, no, I'm not gonna play. So that's what the Bears ostensibly did as well on the field. Just like, damn, I'm not gonna play. So it's like, where do we go from here? You know,
Bears are at Vikings next Monday.
they are at the Vikings next Monday.
Injury reports. We got
The Vikings are 11-2.
Travis Homer full
Yeah, they're good.
participation. Running back. Limited participation. Elijah Hicks. He was out with an ankle. Still not participating in practice. At the last practice was Ryan Bates, Josh Blackwell, Javon Dexter,
All O linemen.
Roshan Johnson. Yeah,
Roshan's a running back.
DeAndre Swift, another running back.
Concussion
out with the
protocol.
groin. Yeah,
What's DeAndre Swift out with?
growing.
Ooh, I mean, you could probably.
Yeah.
That's fucked. If we got both of our fucking running backs
Yeah,
out
we got two running backs
down to the
out.
third.
Yeah, and he participated. Travis Homer participated in practice.
Homer.
But he was also on the injury list, I think.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what to expect out of that game.
Nothing.
Are they gonna come close to winning? Or are they gonna lose outright? Are they gonna get steamrolled? The player's gonna muster up an effort. I don't know. Again, just fucking Stockholm syndrome. I think they're gonna muster up an effort and just manage to find a way to lose again.
Imagine that they beat the 11-2 Vikings. It's probably it's doable. I'm not saying it's crazy.
I think that's the road to the playoff right there. They
Well,
gotta win out. They gotta win out and hope that some ping pongs go their way
Shit, they're not even on this week's fucking
in order to,
playoffs.
make the scenario.
It's
Is it? Are they mathematically eliminated, or is it possible?
Yeah.
I bet
So,
you,
like,
I
wait,
bet you
okay,
there's
so, like,
still
if
a
they beat-
chance.
If they beat the Vikings, they'll be head to head with them. If they beat the Packers, they'll be head to head with them, and if they beat Detroit, they'll be head to head with them. So there's a potential we go 3-3 in the division. That'll put us at 7. And I mean, yeah, no, it's tough. I don't think we'll make it.
It's like some really.
It's like
wild.
Mission Impossible shit.
Bam, 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 bam. But that shit happens.
Like an apple has to fall in the tree in Norway into a lake, roll across into a nice little dam where it grows into a tree, and eventually, kind of shit for the Bears to get into the playoffs.
The Bears kept losing games where they were like mathematically impossible to lose. So I imagine that this is gonna be the opposite. Yeah, they're gonna get the win.
The mathematically impossible to win.
Impossible to get into the playoffs.
They're the
Yeah.
most polarizing team. Why? Because they either win in the most improbable way, or they lose in the most improbable way.
Well, let's get the predictions going. I'll go. It's gonna be 24 for the win for the Bears, and specifically, it's gonna end with a field goal off the post, and I'm calling that now.
In off the
Yeah,
post.
and
Double doink or just doink?
just single doink. 24-21. Let's go with that.
So wait, are you saying that we're gonna kick it and it's gonna doink in?
Yeah,
Okay.
calling it now.
The Chiefs just had one of those.
Santos for the win.
The Chiefs had a doink in. I don't even know, man. I'm still, we usually record this 3 days after. We have a lot of time to process, grieve, react, rejoice, which hasn't been a lot lately. So it's it kind of wears off a little bit, but man, was I disappointed. Even right now, like, I don't even know I can muster up a score for them. I don't. What Bears team is going to show up? The defense that is going to be keeping them in the game, or the defense is going to give up touchdowns in the 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, not half, first quarter.
Damn, the AFC East already has a lot of teams mathematically out of the playoffs. Jets, England, New England, Cleveland, Jacksonville, Tennessee, the Raiders.
Aaron Rodgers is out. Spoken like a true Bears fan.
And then
All right, so my I'm gonna guess
Jets are out, or Giants are out on the NFC.
Bears 13, Vikings 28.
Mr. Sun.
Bears 24. And they lose by a field goal. Vikings 27.
Ooh. Close. I don't
It
know.
was
It's
on a
tough.
field goal because they suck. Like I'm some dumbass. Like why the fuck did you guys do that shit?
Well, here's another question,
Maybe
right?
Fruits
So
is gone, so I don't know. Maybe
So
not.
let's say this. Let's say they go on a little win streak and they win out. Do you then open up to Thomas Brown coming back as head coach? Do you interview him? I know they keep talking about Ben Johnson, and there's rumors about Ben Johnson wanting to come here, but
There's
all this
just
is just
rumors.
conjecture and hearsay. You know,
This
like
is
who
just-
cares?
I'm saying that now too. They're talking
Fuck the
to
Bears.
him.
You know,
Source me. I'm saying they're talking to him.
but you know they could also be talking to Brian Flores. Has been linked to the Bears, former head coach of the Dolphins. He's the the defensive coordinator for the Vikings right now. So we're gonna see him in a couple of days. See what he got.
It's all gonna be based on the handshake. That's how you know whether or not he's the guy.
Let's be honest. Like he didn't do so hot the first time we faced them. Like you know the Bears came out that second half of the game and like got after it against the Vikings. So that vaunted defense by Brian
We're up-
Flores didn't do a lot.
We're up against.
And he's got some head coaching experience.
We're up against Seattle on the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
But first, Seattle's gonna be playing the Packers. And the
So if
Vikings.
Seattle's can beat the Packers and the Vikings,
That's
that
what we
helps
hope
us.
for. Yeah, we beat the Seattle. We beat the Seahawks.
Well, also it helps us though because we're against the Seahawks as well. But who else needs to lose out?
Hold on.
The Dolphins maybe
We gotta beat Green Bay, and the 49ers gotta beat.
or Tampa Bay? No, Tampa
We
Bay's
gotta
AFC.
be. We gotta be.
Houston? No,
So
Cardinals.
Seahawks gotta be Saints.
Bills. The Bills.
Oh,
Now I'm just naming
Bills.
teams. Now I'm just naming teams. That's an AFC.
The Saints.
But Joe Brady's also been linked. Speaking of the Bills, Joe Brady of the Bills has been linked with coming to the Bears as well as a head coach. He's their offensive coordinator out there, working with the young man Allen. So then it's like, it's kind of like this is the chicken and egg. The chicken in this instance, or however you want to view it, the egg, is this offensive coordinator, Joe Brady, and Josh Allen from the Bills, is the Belichick and the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Yes.
It's like that same if they stay together. Obviously, if they leave, then fuck it, who gives a shit? Mike Vrabel, also been linked to the Bears head coach. He's actually one with the most head coaching experience out of all the, linked candidates, rumored candidates, people they're interested in on this weird list that, like, why would the Bears even say, or who knows? I don't know. Maybe they
How
would.
does anyone get this information?
Right? It's all hearsay. People that do what we do, but at a much higher level. They're in the ins and outs of like Hallis Hall daily, probably meeting with like strength coaches or like any other like activities that happen
We'll
at
say,
Hallis.
Caleb's still elongating that streak he has of
No
rookie
interceptions?
quarterback, no interceptions.
I mean, yeah, but he's taking sacks and fucking that's not good either.
That's not good
but
for
that's
your
a
health.
Bears thing. Bears quarterbacks just take sacks. That's the thing.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
Bears let it happen.
I don't know. And then you guys. Other rumors. I mean, again, this team, because it's such a dumpster fire. There's rumors swirling around. There's all kinds of shit. Like there's a cloud over Hallis Hall right now, man. There's a cloud over the Bears. Apparently, Ryan Poles might be out as well.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, Ryan Poles might be out as well.
Ryan Poles was talking shit when he got signed down to about
He
Warren.
So that's no. He wasn't talking shit about Warren. What he was saying and what he said in those interviews, and this could have no bearing on Warren, or maybe it does. Is that
out? Get that motherfucker out.
Is that he liked the relationship of being able to talk to the owners directly
That's dumb.
without a team president in the way
That's
or
dumb.
like something else.
Dumb as fuck.
And is it dumb though?
Yes. For the McCaskies in football, yes.
Well,
what do they know about football? What the fuck do they know?
What does Warren know about football?
Well, maybe fire Warren and hire someone that does know about football to handle the presidency.
He's the.
You know what I mean?
That could have been Belichick. That's what he wanted. Belichick wanted to be like the president, GM, and fucking coach.
We should have done that. Why didn't we?
I don't like Belichick personally. I wouldn't.
Harbaugh wanted to come to.
Harbaugh was
and
the
they,
move.
they wouldn't match the pay,
Harbaugh
right?
was the fucking move, man. The Bears wanted a hometown discount. And what's wrong
The
with them
Bears
is,
are always trying to get a handout.
dude, what's wrong with them is what's wrong with every single fucking sports fucking team owner in Chicago is that they're in it for the business of it and they're not in it for the fucking winning of the game.
Well, we'll see what the Fire does in these next few seasons.
Well,
Why do you say that? What the Fire got going on?
The Fire has a lot going on their plate right now. They just, I mean, I don't know how, but they've won an award. This last, they won an award for let's see, what was it? The Mark Abbott MLS Starting 11 Award for the club business.
The fuck does that even mean?
They launched an SMS service, I think, and they get an award for that for Business Intelligence Project of the Year.
That sounds like a fucking participation trophy kind of shit.
Yeah, Business Intelligence Project of the Year. And then when you look up what the project was, it was like an SMS.
We created a system where if you came to this thing,
SMS marketing
scan a
software.
QR, we would send you updates every week.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's,
Wow.
can we get an award for that?
Right? I mean, should we do?
Yeah.
Where would you say that the Fire are in terms of their development? Like, are they like at a full rebuild? You know, midway through a rebuild, at the end of a rebuild,
Full rebuild begins.
like straight competitiveness. Full rebuild,
Full
so like
rebuild.
from the ground up.
Not from the ground up. I would say like a half rebuild. They're keeping the base players. I mean, they put a lot of players on the unprotected list for the draft. Obviously, homegrown players are exempt. Speaking of homegrown players, they just signed on David Pareba, midfielder, to the first team from homegrown squad. He came from the Fire 2 and the MLS Next. So he's also exempt from that. Also, Brian Gutierrez, Chris Brady, Javier Casas Jr.
Those are all locals.
Yeah, those are all locals, homegrowns. We got 7 of those are exempt from the.
Did you say Negro
We're exempt or we're not exempt.
They're exempt. They're exempt from the draft. And then 12 protected players being the 12 that I guess we're going to keep as our base, which is Kellen Acosta, Tom Barlow, Hugo Kuipers, Jonathan Dean, Andrew Gutman, Marin Haley Selassie, Giorgio Koutsias, Chris Mueller, a lot of names you guys already know, Federico Navarro, Mauricio Pineda, Tobias Alkis, and Carlos Terran. Everyone else, out. I mean, if they can get a contract, Rafael Cichos, Gaston Jimenez, Fabian Herbert.
Well, okay, so they're what you're saying is that they can go, but they can also stay.
I mean, they're eligible for the draft, meaning they could get drafted to other teams. Like, someone could be like, I want to buy him, I want to trade for him or whatever.
So why is it called a draft? Why isn't it called like a transfer window?
I don't know. See, I'm not draft, dude. Because
It's
they
not-
also get new players in, like the youth squad players.
So at the same time, that players are being kind of, let's say, released from their teams.
The homegrown players that you bring up to the first team, they're safe. And then players that you assign from the MLS Next to safe, or anyone else from your MLS Next team is like free to go, and then everyone else that you don't want from the main team to like.
So if they don't leave, you have to keep them, or they're just like, fuck you, you're out.
I'm not actually sure how
I
that
released
works.
you.
I wonder if they do. I believe they might get free agents.
Go off into the that's what I'm saying. They become free agents.
Yeah, I think that's what. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'm gonna have to do a little more research on that one.
What do you think?
In a few seconds.
Will the Fire win a championship in the next 10 years?
It depends on who we get in this draft.
Really? That's what you think it depends on?
I mean, they're definitely acting a lot more mature. We've already spoken throughout these last few podcast weeks that they've changed management. They've added new sporting directors.
They've been spending more money in the past couple of years.
And developing the coaching staff.
So
they're starting to sound serious this year. Coming up forward.
Well, here's my question then. And you know more about the Fire than I do. Okay, so you're saying they're in full rebuild mode, right? Or mid? Would you say mid or full?
They dropped.
You said they fired the coach, right? We know they fired the coach.
They fired the coach. They fired the sport.
So they're trying to build everything from the ground up. You think?
Yes, they're trying. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
So.
That's how you start.
But they're gonna need a big splash.
They're gonna get a big splash.
They're gonna need to buy someone big.
Yeah, because they no longer have Shaqiri as their designated player.
That's right. That was their big guy.
Yeah, it's called
Sucked,
designated
bro.
players. It's like a player that you put in
Sucked.
that can override the salary cap.
Sucked.
So yeah, that was
Did
the worst
nothing
decision.
for us.
He was expensive as fuck. He was probably the top 5 best player,
Zero.
paid player in the MLS.
He did that. Another guy that didn't want to do anything.
And
Just
then-
went out there
yeah,
and just
no,
let
yeah.
me collect the paycheck.
It's exactly what it was about for him. It's Chicago. Why would I play? It's the MLS.
Yeah, But that's the thing. Like, if Messi's fucking hustling, why aren't you hustling?
Right? Zlatan was
Who-
hustling. Why
You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Who
like,
are you? not
Zlatan
to
came in
hustle?
and was like 3 goals in
Yeah.
fucking one game.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. This is the MLS. I'm gonna score.
it's like, yeah, like you're gonna
And he
come
had
in
to-
and like
that's what you
lame
do.
duck
you
it. Like,
tough up the league. That's how.
Yeah.
That's the point of bringing in these old guys.
it's so like my fear is that like I think they're full rebuild, so it's gonna be like 5 years probably. No.
Yeah, to finish what they're doing now. Yeah, to
I'll
finish what they're starting now. Yeah.
Well, I'll
like
say
3,
5
4
years and hope that in that 5th year they land that big player.
I'm hoping they land a big player this year that hopefully somewhat pans out.
I mean, if they gotta do it with the ground up, I hope they don't pay a lot. Cause you gotta build them up, build them up,
Well, we got the homegrown guys. We got at least 7 of them, so we'll see.
build them up. Speaking of full rebuild, I mean, fucking White Sox are in full rebuild mode.
Have they made the moves though? The Fires made the moves. They're making the moves.
They made a move today,
Alright.
but it works differently. You know, like or are there trades in the MLS, or you just release players to like salary? Can you like trade like Messi for Zlatan, for example?
Your designated player? I don't know. You should be able to.
Like that's your guy. You're like, I'm gonna trade you over here, or like you just free agent them.
So like Zlatan and Messi are considered, and like Carlos Vela, they're all considered designated players.
Mhm.
Shaqiri was one of them. And those players can override the salary cap because there's a salary cap. Remember, the MLS works that way. I think that's why it's called the draft.
Mm.
Because the MLS is just one organization. All the teams are just like.
I mean, there's
Shareholders.
drafts and everything, but like they draft from like specific things, you know. Like for example, most of them draft from college sports. Like the NFL draft is college sports. For the most part, the MLB draft is college sports. I think the NBA one might be one that's starting to get a little away from that because they got the G League, and they got like other leagues across countries that are just like you're in high school, you're good, you're gonna play for like this like city team, you know. It's a little different there, but yeah, full rebuild White Sox, man. I mean, they made a trade today. They got rid of their homeboy Crochet. I like Crochet, man. I wish he would have stayed, but at the same time, it would have been like he was just been whittling away, and this mediocre Sox team is as I mentioned, full rebuild. They got a couple players back. They got a catcher in Kyle Teal, which the trade was with the Red Sox. That was like their first rounder a couple years ago, and then they also got an outfielder, something Montgomery, Brandon Montgomery. He was their first round pick actually this year. He's only 21 years old. He did not play, however, because he broke an ankle. The young man broke an
Ouch.
ankle in the World Series of college or some shit.
Yeah.
So he missed all of his rookie season, so to speak. They got a infielder in Chase Meredith and a right-handed pitcher in Wikelmon Gonzalez, 22 years old, 4.73 ERA. In Crochet we lost a lot. We lost a up-and-coming young pitcher who struck out 209 batters this year with only 33 walks on a losing Sox team, historically terrible.
Oh. Okay, I understand what the draft was about. A new team was entered into the MLS. So San Diego.
That's what I told you.
San Diego.
I fucking
FC.
told your ass.
And they chose 5 players.
I
35
told
players.
you. I was like, I'm like, this sounds like an expansion draft.
They got-
Like, nah.
Heine Gickling, Bruseth from Orlando City, Hamidi Diop from Charlotte FC, Jasper Lofusen from Colorado Rapids, Jose Kojima, St. Louis City, and Thiago Andrade from New York City. And we're left with our players that we put.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. In an
They should've
expansion
taken all
draft,
those players, man.
and they generally do that for all leagues. In an expansion draft, when they put a new team,
So what the fuck is San Diego's new team?
you
What do
pick-
they call them? Just
FC,
name
dog.
FC, that's
What
it.
you mean?
That's it.
FC, dude.
The fuck's their logo?
Football club.
Where do they play? At Snapdragon Stadium?
Wherever the hell that's at.
Western Conference. Oh, they used to be the San Diego Toros.
Los Toros,
And then
way.
the San Diego Jaws. Baltimore Comets.
Speaking of the Toros, they fucking also another team that needs to start a rebuild or some shit.
Oh, can I say one thing before that?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about Juan Soto? He signed with the Mets.
Jesus Christ, 700 million.
Jeez, yeah, 765 million.
Was that the richest contract in history?
Yes, sir. Wow.
It's a
Wow.
lot of clams.
That's a lot. That's a lot of nickels and dimes, folks.
That's bands on bands on bands. Crazy money, man. But good for the young man.
Yeah, he got his money for sure.
I ain't mad at him.
Otani had the last record. He had like 700 million over 10 years.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna pay someone more and more money next year. Who knows? Didn't Mike Judge just get paid?
I don't.
I think he got paid recently. Yeah, he's on the Yankees. He left. They don't left the Yankees. What do the Yankees do now? Who knows? They lost a lot in Juan Soto.
Up next, I got Bulls for you guys. Let me recap the last five. Bulls lost against the Celtics, 138-129. But then they beat the Nets, 128-102. Bulls beat the Spurs, 139-124. Then had some back-to-back losses. One against the Pacers, 132-123. And then the 76ers, 108-100. As of right now, today at 7 p.m., they play the Hornets. That should be good. That should be pretty interesting.
We should win that one. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Hornets are like one of the few teams worse than we are.
Yeah. Did any of you guys watch that 76ers game?
No. What was that, 106, 100?
Yeah, pretty much 108, 100. Zach LaVine had 30 points and he battled Joel Embiid and he got 31. As of right now, they're the 10th in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, right there, kind of in the middle. What's interesting? Everybody's been fired except Billy Donovan.
Longest tenure Chicago sports coach.
Yeah, you think it's too early to say, but I mean, you think he's gonna stick around?
No. He's on the chopping block too. Get rid of everybody.
Let's clear house.
But more importantly, get rid of all the owners. The owners are the real problem in Chicago sports right now. I don't know the
They
fire
are the
owners,
enemy.
but Jerry Reinsdorf and his son Michael Reinsdorf suck. Fucking dumbass, idiot McCaskies. I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm blaspheming their names. Just Papa Bear still means a lot. George McCaskey or George Hallis. But I don't know, man. They're mucking it up. They gotta sell the team. Give it to someone that wants to win, or just has so much money that they don't care about spending more because they know they're gonna get it back tenfold if we win a championship. The merch alone, the concession sales. Jesus Christ, man. The Bears will be hot for another billion years.
Speaking of Chicago failures, the Chicago House are out of the U.S. Open Cup. They lost to Tulsa Athletic in a 0-0 draw that led to penalties, and they lost 4-5 with that was a bad miss. I saw the game. I saw the PKs. I forget who was it. I think
When was this?
this was on Sunday. Earlier, I think at the same time of the Bears game, maybe before the Bears game. Gilberto Angeles fucking did a terrible PK. It was just like he walked up to it, tapped it, and it just fucking got blocked. Obviously, it was just I don't know. He tried to do a cheeky little let me just tap it to the side corner. This guy's
tap.
I don't know if he thought he was gonna be clever, or if he just didn't give a fuck at that point. I don't know what happened.
He's like, I want to be a cool guy.
I do not give a fuck.
In my opinion, I think that was just like, come on, man. Maybe he's done that before and it's worked for him, but I don't know.
That ain't it.
That was not it. And the house is out. Tulsa Athletic advance.
Just once, I'd like to be able to come on this show and say that every major team won.
That's all I really want for Christmas. Is a Chicago championship of some sort.
Across the
Or
board.
all of them, yeah. What the fuck? Why does Boston get to be the only assholes that, like, within a fucking 10-year time span have had multiple championships? The last time anybody
Yeah,
won
good
anything
owners,
was the
probably.
Cubs, and that was like 10 years ago almost already.
Fuck the Cubs.
I mean, hey, look, yeah, whatever. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying. It's been a while. God damn it, we're due. Or,
Speaking of fuck the Cubs, check out one of our other podcasts, Peaks on Bullshit, over on our QSTV YouTube.
What's that again?
Peaks on Bullshit.
A deep dish discussion?
That's right.
Only on QFTV Chicago on YouTube?
That's correct.
Wow. That's great. I know you guys don't care, but Club America beat Rayados today.
to go to the final?
Yeah, securing their first step to get the 16th campeonato.
Wag.
Hey, look, man, whatever. It's easy when you have a 12th man playing with you at all
Fuck
times.
Cruz Azul, though, but wag.
Yeah.
It's easy whenever the ref calls a foul
Wait,
your way.
Rayados?
Every
Rayados?
time
Huh?
you need
Cruz
one.
Rayados or
Yeah,
Monterrey?
yeah, Monterrey.
Oh, Monterrey, fuck Monterrey.
Monterrey.
So, yeah, no, I mean, it started off kind of chaotic because Sergio Canales got the first goal. Then El Kevin Alvarez responded, and then we got Zendejas finishing it off for a 2-1. They're going to keep it going. I can call him.
How many yellow cards were given against each team?
Are you guys going to the Mundial de Clubes?
If you're inviting me.
What was? I need to know the yellow card counts on that game.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Pull up the stats. Survey says.
Oh shit.
Who do they play? Who do they play now? Who are they facing in the final?
Well, they got to play on December 16th. They got to play Rayados again, but at their stadium.
Oh, okay. So this was like the first leg.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
I think
they potentially still could get upset.
Yeah, like because I think America's in like 8th.
Oh, so they're on the bottom of the top.
Yeah, but with this
It's the
victory,
first game.
yeah.
2-1.
Woo! We still got time to kick them out. You said that way too soon, bro.
I think it's the first step
You came in
I think it's
you
the
came on
start
real strong there,
of a beautiful story.
young man.
It's gonna sound like a real.
Well, who is it?
Rosario Saga con Son God Rob.
He gets all his credentials
Unos
revoked.
saludos para. It'd be like something like Elber Galarga.
This is all gonna get cut anyway. Esas mamadas que.
And they play each other on Sunday.
Sunday.
Is there
Sunday. Yeah, dude, that's it.
Nah.
It's over.
That's the final?
I suppose. I mean, if there's no other fucking game scheduled, like you said.
That's the final, bro. It's the first one of the final. Yeah, 2-1.
All right, there you
There's
go.
only
Yeah.
one game left. Yeah, what you,
Hey, so then, yeah, you are correct there.
Yeah.
This is the.
yeah, the final.
That's it. Yeah.
It's just one game left. It's ida y vuelta.
There's nothing left. Yeah.
Oh, you guys going to their house now? Man, it's over.
It's over.
It's over. So you guys beat Cruz Azul on your way up. You guys beat
That one
Tijuana.
was good too. I don't know if you caught that one.
Oh, damn, you guys slaughtered Tijuana? Oh, no, you guys Tijuana 3-3? No, that was Cruz Azul de Tijuana 3-3. What the fuck did you guys... Oh, Toluca 2-0.
Toltucas.
2-0 twice? 4-0 aggregate? Damn. Goals.
Sad state of Mexican
Cruz Azul,
football
4-3.
affairs. Sad state.
Any news in like Leon or anything?
In the what?
His team.
We're gonna face the World Cup of Clubs and we still haven't picked up anyone or anything.
Do you miss Andres Guardado? Do you like
Mm,
clamor for?
he was doing decent right when he retired, but
Yeah.
he was definitely not doing decent before that. He was probably juiced up those last couple months. Or something, I don't know, it was weird.
We're getting Orbelin back.
Nade?
Hey. Leo Cesar Montes and Luis Chavez. A ver,
See, see.
a ver qué.
Our youth squad, the young youth squad, I think they lost in this final. They made it to the final. I think they made it to the final for sure. I don't know if they won or lost. I think they lost. So they got eliminated. They were losing 4-0. I don't know if they actually finished off high or not. It's youth squad, man. They're doing it.
The youth?
The youth in Mexico are good, man. And somewhere along the line they get corrupt. We'll see. They got a plan. Rafa Marquez is out there
At the helm?
at the helm.
Is this legit or you just bullshit?
Wait, no, Rafa Marquez in the selección, yeah.
Oh, there's about Rafa Marquez at León.
No, selección. I just mean the youth in general in Mexico.
Heard? I mean,
In soccer, like there's
It's
a lot
crack.
of weird developmental loss where there would be like
Kaiser.
champion teams, champion players, and these players would be in selecciones too, or like in their own like, youth squads, and then they wouldn't go to Europe or nothing.
El Kaiser de Zamora. It's like a fucking attack from Street Fighter. Kaiser, Kaiser.
To wrap it up. Before we do, I want to mention a few things. We had some interesting things coming up. $1.25 comic books at dollar stores. DC Comics.
Wow.
Yeah.
DC Comics at dollar. What dollar stores? All dollar stores. We can't say the names.
We can't say, but there's gonna be some dollar stores that are gonna have DC Comics for $1.25,
Wow,
guys.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, hold on now. They used to be like 25 cents, so it ain't
Reprints or
that
what?
cheap.
Yeah, but come on, dude, they haven't been 125 in a while.
And, like,
Reprints or what?
Also, like, no one reads print anymore.
stuff. The new.
Print is gonna be.
So you instead of going to a comic book store, just
Go
fuck
to the
comic
dollar
book shops,
store.
dude. Fuck that. No, man. There'd be like some old reprints or some shit.
Well, I think that would almost be worse if they were reprints. If they're new, they could be like only like 4 pages long or something, you know. And you get like the full pages at the comic book store for like an extra $1 or some
What?
shit.
That's crazy.
I'm just guessing. I don't know. This is all me conjecture on my part. I'm making stuff up.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I mean, would that be the, you know, shot in the back of the comic book industry, just UHD style?
Yeah. Well, why would they do that?
And the UHD guy is the
yeah.
dollar stores and.
It's gonna be the cheapest it's ever been since the '80s.
That's what I said.
I mean, is it full editions, not like quarter editions or half?
That's what I'm figuring.
It's
it
like
out.
a full on like actual comic book. How are they making it so affordable now?
I get a stack.
You know, what is this like a fire sale? Or like fuck it, get rid of all the product. We've been sitting on it for months.
Just like dead stock?
Yeah, because it's
That
about
would
to.
be insane. I'd rush and buy a bunch of these old like dead stock from like the 80s.
Well, yeah, but like think about it. Like it's gonna be obsolete. No one's gonna want that.
Nah, if it's dead stock and like people have like, I got my like minty.
Yeah, but you just flooded the market with like 1,000 of them.
There's gonna be variants in there. It's gonna be a bunch of wild and interesting
People
things.
love it.
You know, the market's gonna be over desaturated.
So you're saying people's like signed whatever 80s are gonna be worthless because you get a brand new one?
Yeah, it'll devalue it because there's more available.
Wow, it's crazy.
You know, and I don't know.
What are they doing, man? So they're gonna fuck over the collectors? They're gonna fuck
Or
over
maybe it's not because they're gonna. Because like you said, it's a reprint.
Selected titles available at dollar stores.
It's gonna be like X Force
Primarily from
Mutants 30.
DC's Rebirth era, which began in 2016,
Okay, yeah,
and the New 52 era, starting in 2011.
it's dead stock.
Along with some all ages titles, the choice of titles and the pricing strategy seems to indicate that these accounts should to boost brand visibility and prepare for upcoming movie adaptations by offering these comics. Oh yeah. Do Green Lantern movies
And feed it to the
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, so
Give it to the younglings.
It's cheap.
the
at
whole
dollar
Rebirth
store.
era is super Green Lantern heavy.
Smart.
Batman, Green Lantern, all that lore. So
The best two
So,
DC
yeah.
comic characters. Yes.
give it to him there.
I'll be copying some.
All right, yeah, that's pretty cool.
The New 52, which is the shit that they want us to actually.
New 52's been erased already, though, again, hasn't it?
Yeah. So they did the Rebirth, which was
That was in like 2006.
and they redid all like the Golden Age stuff to be less cheesy. That was good.
And then New 52 is like what, 2014?
2016? 2011. That was
What's going on? Yeah. And then they killed them in like what?
And then they did the New 52. And then they did Retro Birth, which is bringing some of the stuff people liked from Rebirth back,
Okay.
but not all of it. And I think that's where they're at now. I think Retro Birth.
They did, yeah. Right now,
They did Metal Universe in between a bunch of the dumb goofy shit.
right now, I think the universe got restarted, and it's got like dark,
Again?
side energy,
Uh,
and everyone, and like Batman's got an axe on his chest.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
Savage Batman.
absolute Batman.
They be wilding.
Absolute Bat. I'm still the Batman who laughs fan. It's pretty sick.
On February 2nd, we'll talk about it more as it comes along. Common Side Effects on Adult Swim is coming out. That looks interesting. They got, I think he's got the voice acting talent of Mike Judge, King of the Hill.
Mm.
And then Greg Daniels, an executive producer. It looks interesting. We'll see.
Interesting.
You guys see that United Healthcare incident?
Wait, hold on. Going back to the.
Actually, Common Side Effects is, kind of tied into pharmaceuticals, so it's going to be interesting.
Transmetropolitan, bro.
Yeah.
Transference of power?
What? What are you talking about?
Transference of power, bro.
What are you talking
I really don't like Twitter.
Twitter does suck. Elon Musk sucks.
He ruined it.
Yeah, that's why he sucks, because he ruined Twitter. It's weird.
I think that's what he wanted to do, right? That was his thing.
Rich guy. Did you any of you guys get that new DC animated? What is it called? Creature?
Oh, the
Crawlers?
Creature Commandos?
Yeah, Creature Commandos. You guys watch that yet?
No, how is it?
I liked it.
Is that out of
Yeah, I liked it. It's pretty dope. It's a little, not completely sold. There's only two episodes out, I think, but it's all right. So far so good.
Is it?
I wish it was drawn a little darker.
Is it really, really tuned into this new James Gunn universe? Like, do you see like the seeds of what he's gonna do later on?
The Weasel's prominently in it.
Okay.
Amanda Wheeler's in it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's what was his name?
Amanda Waller?
No, I know Amanda Waller. The Flair, or Rick Glass, or Rick, the soldier she had like under her command.
Oh,
Fleer? No,
Rick Flag and
Flag. Yes, Rick Flag.
This is his dad.
Or son. I'm not 100% sure. I think son.
Yeah, Rick Flag.
Yeah, they got like a time
Is it
traveler?
your son? I watched it. I don't remember if he's now. I don't remember if like the mention was like, oh, your dad or your son, or like your dad's sacrifice or your son's sacrifice.
Rick Flag, captain of the
But the guy's
Suicide
definitely
Squad.
older. He's a little more mature. He's got like gray hair, so it's probably his
Yeah.
dad. Probably Rick Flag's dad.
Senior.
You know?
Peacemaker killed him.
Was Peacemaker in this? No, I didn't see Peacemaker, but the Weasel for sure. Waller.
Is Captain Boomerang showing?
No Captain Boomerang. That would have been cool, but
Maker of
we see him
Peace
be KO'd.
and Eagly.
Best market. Is that show like in production or what's going on with that? Anyone have any idea?
Who knows?
I do miss that they or don't.
DC bullshit.
I wish they would. Man, I don't know, man. I like the Young Justice series that they had on DC. From
I like that too.
DC's fucking. Don't even get me started on DC. It's not. There's no time. There's no time on the world.
There's not enough time in this podcast to get started on DC Comics.
We'll get into Young Justice in its own
DC
podcast.
entertainment. Comics are fine. It's the media, the entertainment, the movies, the shows. It's just.
Are you not a fan of Synergy?
Fucking mess.
Well, I mean, in what sense is like? Is it also? Are they telling us?
Backwards.
Is this all tied in, or are they saying like, "Hey, this is a TV show. These are the comics." Like, you know what I mean?
Change
Like,
their minds halfway through every one of the
Your
projects. It
perspective,
doesn't
Chris.
fucking matter.
Well, they got James Gunn at the helm now, so that's all gonna change.
We'll fucking see. Man. We'll
He's
see.
Bill Belichicking this.
We
you know?
shall see.
It's gonna be a dynasty.
Bill Belichick, new coach of the North Carolina Tar Heel.
What's up
college
with Disney?
football.
What the fuck are they doing?
Well, are you guys?
They got that skeleton crew.
Yeah.
Eh,
How's what episode 2 now?
3.
How is it?
It's a little more. I'm a little more intrigued.
How would you compare it to like Ahsoka or Kenobi or Andor? Like, I know it's like has more of a focus on like younger characters, but like
I think if I had to compare it to anything, I would compare it to that one. Is it called like Tales of the Galaxy or Tales of the where they're teaching the little Jedi kids how to use their power?
Okay.
That's what I would compare it to the most.
Oh yeah, that shows.
And it's not really, they're not teaching anyone, and the kids are not necessarily, or at least as of yet, force sensitive kids. They're just regular ass kids. But it's too Disney for me. It reeks of like Pixar movies, and not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's trying to be like
Like-
Stranger Things, but it's not dark enough.
Yeah, exactly. And it's got, or maybe it'll get there. I don't know. It's too. Buddy, watch this TV show. You know, it's
They
like,
tried to be like less campy, but like they threaten the kids, but it's still not like. You know,
it's not credible.
they should have like killed one or something if they wanted us to believe it.
Yeah, I don't get the same fear of when Anakin walked in there and killed all those younglings as I did in the scene in this latest episode. I was like,
A
nah.
bunch of like pirates, and
Yeah, I was like,
you would want
mm.
that to be like, oh,
Well,
shit,
don't
this is
spoil
crazy.
it, man. There's just a bunch of people very angry at these kids. And just
Angry
didn't-
people.
Well, people know there's pirates in this because they know that one guy's in this from Mandalorian.
Who?
I forget his name, but he was the one thing that when this show was announced that they would be like, he's in it. It was the
Okay.
first thing they announced.
Mm.
We saw him die.
Cade
Well,
Bane?
that's a spoiler. We saw him die in Mandalorian, but yeah. If you didn't see Mandalorian by now, fuck you.
Yeah, something's wrong with you.
You know?
You have no
It's
friends.
a fucking good show. You watch it or just
Someone should have told you
Yeah.
about it. A good friend should have told you. If they didn't, that's fucked up.
welcome to him.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited at all about that Captain America Brave New World? Where he'll go up against Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, the Red Hulk.
No. Maybe. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really
Hey,
excited.
what about Thunderbolts? It's kind of like it looks like Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not.
Captain America versus the Hulk is a little better than that for sure.
Anybody? So you guys aren't that excited about the Thunderbolts? Yeah, you know,
No.
it kind of looks like Suicide Squad 1, to be honest. And I don't mean that as a compliment. I feel like it's gonna be one of those movies where like, oh, that was a misstep, maybe. But I
Tries
could
to
be
be that movie.
I could be wrong.
We could be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
Deadpool vs Wolverine was good.
that was good.
I just give me the. Whole, I'm very impatient, man.
Is that Marvel?
I'm
Yeah.
waiting under Phase 5 or whatever the fuck they're on.
Does that count?
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, no,
that's
yeah,
direct
yeah,
Marvel directly.
Yeah, because it's just it has
Yeah.
So they showed us all that cool ass Loki shit and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's canon
Yep.
technically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Loki, the timelines,
Yeah.
whatever.
The
it's
X
canon,
Men
yeah.
and all that. Yeah. All that. Okay.
But the TVF or TIF.
I mean, we
or
just
whatever.
saw there was what was that last show that had the X Men at the end of it?
97.
Wanda.
I'm a little pissed about the
The
X-Men
Marvels.
Oh man, don't get me started on '97. Was it the Marvels? Or was
Yeah.
it at the end had
Monica
it was,
Rambeau
Yes, you're right.
meets her mom, and she's with
that
Beast.
that movie was decent. I liked the Marvels.
It was decent. It was decent.
It like I felt like the advertising for it, the coming up to it was just kind of like blah. And then I watched it. I was like, oh shit, this movie's dope. It's got that whole Marvel pizzazz.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a Guardians of the Galaxy ish.
I'm not convinced on their next phase though.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I asked, like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, it's
Doctor
just,
Doom and Robert Downey. Come
They
on.
do a multiverse phase, I think, and then the mutant saga.
Which
Oh,
is going to
okay.
be the multiverse phase. That's
yeah, multiverse opens up the mutants saga.
we've already seen like 5 Reed Richards.
Yeah. We'll see more. I'm
Why
sure.
do they keep making? I mean, I'm sorry, man, but like out of all the movies you could have possibly made, why do they keep remaking the Fantastic Four?
That's their first family.
You know,
It's a Superman,
they're not a real family. It's like a brother, sister, a brother-in-law, and like a friend.
It's like 4 Hucks. We had 4 Hucks.
No, right? Just 3.
4 Spider-Mans.
Are you are you calling Lou Ferrigno as one of the
He
fucking?
definitely counts.
Yes.
All right, 4.
And fuck that guy, actually. Just, I met that guy, he's an asshole.
You want to go on record saying Lou Ferrigno's an asshole?
He was an asshole to me for no reason.
Lou Ferrigno, don't beat us up. This is our.
He'll beat you up, man.
He tried.
he'll fucking
He threatened.
Did you sue?
No. No, he didn't get out that violent. He was
How
just-
green did he
was,
turn?
He was angry. He very slightly green.
Were you worried he was gonna transform into the Hulk? Were you at all worried?
Yeah, until Mimi Rogers showed up and calmed him down.
Who the fuck is Mimi Rogers? It sounds
From
familiar.
Austin Powers.
Oh, you
Huh?
met Mimi Rogers?
I met Mimi Rogers.
From Austin Powers.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, just don't worry about him. He's always grumpy." That's what she
Mimi,
said.
Is she the one that plays the Russian lady?
I think she's Vanessa Kensington.
Vanessa Kensington. No, that's that's not Vanessa Kensington. Vanessa Kensington is she is a British actress, but that's not her name. What is that actress's name? Help me out, guys. She's Vanessa Kensington. She's in the first Austin Powers. She's like, oh no, you shagged my mom. Like I don't see you like
That's Mimi Rogers,
that.
bro.
No way.
Yeah,
not Mimi Rogers.
bro. It's Vanessa Kensington, Mimi Rogers.
No way.
Yes.
Well, hold on. There's
didn't know
Miss Kensington,
Oh,
Vanessa, Elizabeth
you're right.
Hurley.
Oh.
Yes, Elizabeth Hurley.
Oh shit,
I
the
knew.
mom.
Yeah,
Okay.
the mom.
No. Elizabeth Hurley is the daughter.
Yes, of the mom,
Mimi
which is Mimi
Rogers
Rogers is the mom. Yes,
the mom.
that makes sense.
They look alike.
But I
in that
remember
movie, man.
Elizabeth Hurley a lot more because, well, she was a little easier on the eyes and more pleasantly, seemingly. I don't know.
Oh,
But
behave.
Vanessa Kensington, yeah.
I just see you as like a friend. Liz Hurley. I knew. I was like, man, no, I could picture her face and I just couldn't think of what else she was in to like help me jog my memory as to what her name was.
Alright,
That
so
was wild.
Mimi Rogers, Miss Kensington. Yeah, she came over and was like, "Oh, he's just being grumpy," and I was like, "All right, this is weird. Whatever, man."
Her and
I was at a con.
Hulk are a thing.
Are they?
I don't know. She's coming over to tell you his ills.
They were next to each other at the booths. That's why. It was like it was at a con. So like.
So
the
what was
booths
he
were-
all up in the arms about you with?
Yeah, what did you do?
I went up to him and I guess the con was like close to being over. So he got mad and he was like, "I'm leaving. I'm tired. I'm not talking to nobody. Get away from me!" And he just like turned around and like started packing his bags and like I was like, "All right, damn, dude, chill." I didn't even say. I was walking up to his booth, didn't even say shit.
I'm sorry, man.
Walking up to his booth, didn't say shit.
I'm sorry, but if I had heard that, I would have been like, I guess Hulk smash.
I should have said it. I just like looked at him and I was just like,
Hulk man.
okay. And like me and Raj walked over and she was like, "Oh, don't worry about him." And then she signed my shirt. I had a shirt.
No way.
Yeah.
You had her shirt on.
I have her signature. Yeah.
That's it. Did you
And
know
she wrote like
she was
Austin
there?
Powers on it. Yeah. I looked over and like she had like the booth right there. I was like, "Oh shit, Mimi Rogers." And I was like, Vanessa Kensington. I called her Vanessa Kensington.
Wrong one.
But yeah, I didn't
Miss
know she was Miss
Kensington.
Kensington. I called her Vanessa Kensington.
She probably doesn't remember either. She's done so many roles.
She was like, "Yes, I am a Kensington."
Yes,
Whatever.
that is I.
Whatever you say, guy.
She wasn't gonna Lou Ferrigno you. Hulk smash.
Very nice, Vanessa
Mimi
Kensington.
Rogers can also turn
Although the
giant
thing
and
is, like,
green.
everyone I hear says that Lou Ferrigno was super nice, and I was like, dude, he was super pissed when I walked in.
Well, it was no Lou, only Hulk.
I guess they were tired though. That agency was probably overworking him because what's his name also said the same thing, but his handler was the one that his person that was like helping him. Peter Mayhew.
Oh,
Uh,
Chewbacca.
I walked up and he was actually nice about it. He was just like, "Oh, I gotta go right now."
Ewok?
He was like, "I gotta go right now. I'm really tired." And he like got up and he was in his like he was walking like he had a walker and the guy was like, "Hey, he's really tired right now. It's been late. Like
He's
we
about
gotta
to
go."
die, dude.
No, he lived
He's
a
been
lot
up
of years.
for
He was in a
13
whole other
hours.
Star Wars movie after that.
What?
Yeah, he was in a whole other Star Wars movie after that.
He-
As
is
what?
he-
Like Darth Vader?
No, in this. What do you mean?
Is he always Chewbacca in every movie? Like,
No, but they put him in like a suit. I think he was in. He does something, doesn't he?
He's Chewbacca, dude. Stop lying to us.
He is Chewbacca.
Peter
I'm pretty
Mayhew
sure he
is
was in
his
another
costume. Chewbacca's
Star
his real
Wars
person.
after that,
is
yeah.
Anthony Daniels the last one to perform?
Because this was like,
Like
back
the
in,
original
like-
character?
I think that is correct. Yes.
he was in the Force Awakens.
3PO. As what?
He shared role, so he was
Oh,
in parts of
okay,
it.
okay.
Like he was in. Yeah, so he
Yeah,
did-
Chewbacca.
you gotta get him in
So
the
I
suit.
saw
or else
him-
it's not
I
official.
saw him in like 2000, maybe 8, 10,
Chewbacca, wait.
2011. This was like 2010, 10, 11.
Hey, it's my cousin Chewie.
And yeah, he 6 years. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he played 6 years after that. He was in a movie again, Star Wars: Force Awakens. Snap. Rest in peace, Chewbacca.
Rest in peace, Chewbacca. Chewbacca's not there. He just went home.
He just went home to his home planet of Kashyyyk.
Speaking of, on the way here today, I think I saw a falling star.
Really?
Nope, it was probably a drone.
It was something blue.
It was a drone. We're in Jersey.
Oh
No. There was no noise. It's just like I was driving on the expressway, and like a little like when you throw fireworks, and then they kind of like find their way down, still coming kind of fast, and then just like dissipate.
Yeah.
It was like a little blue streak like that.
Oh, wow.
It was like, and I was like, well, there's not more blue streaks like that, so it's probably like a little firework. Or who knows what that was? An
Well, let's hope the
alien?
Bears win this week.
Yeah, that's what the Bears win all the time.
You know
All
what?
the stars are falling. Maybe the Bears are gonna win.
I have a request of the Chicago Bears. I think they should play the sad song from The Incredible Hulk every game now.
At the end, all lost.
I hope they play the sad song from The Incredible Hulk at all the Bears games from this point on at the season.
I hope they don't
And-
lose the rest of these games.
And
man.
and this podcast should end with that song also, I think. Unless you guys want to throw in something, I think that's it. I think that's it for the Bear With Us a Minute podcast.
Yeah, you guys bore with us.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button on the bottom.
Oh, please. It would mean so much to us.
We literally have like 10 likes and -5 subscribers.
We have 10 likes and like
I don't know
8
how
of
that's
them
possible.
are just our own, really.
Just logged in on different devices.
This has been Eric Z-Man and
The Dry Bartender.
Some guy, Browns.
we will be signing out.
Bear
Later.
down.
Later. Bear down.